Welcome back to Bountiful Backyard Gardens. This is a garden tour of our winter garden here in Zone 8B. And I'm going to start by showing you the strawberries in my greenhouse. They're looking so great. It's a mixture of pineberry, strawberries, and seascape strawberries. So here's what the garden looks like now that we've laid the pine straw down. In the first garden tour video, it was still cardboard down. And I think it looks really neat and really pretty. So now let's walk down there and see what we've got growing. Okay, so in this first row, right here in the front, we have a radish and then some garlic. And then some little starts. I think these are broccoli starts. We kind of got all of our seedlings mixed together and we didn't label them, but we'll know what they are once they start maturing. And we're going to thin these out as time goes on. But look how great the garlic looks. And the radish. This one's a little bit of a smaller radish. But some of these others are so big. And they only take about 23 days. Okay, so a little further down the row, we have a nice, good size radish. And then we also have some larger garlic. Or it just looks a little bit larger. They were all planted at the same time as that first garlic that you saw that was a little bit smaller. But I cannot wait the 6 months to harvest these. So now we'll walk a little bit further down and we will go look at the collards. And that's another radish. So this is where the collards start. And look at that cute little baby. They're doing so good. Especially since we've had a few freezing nights. They have held up wonderful, in my opinion. And this one's got a really big, nice leaf right there. And then at the end of this row, I know that these starts are kale. And we're going to thin these out later on. We just planted them all together because so many sprouted in one little seed cell. So we just planted them all together to make them easier on ourselves. And we will thin them later on, as I said before. But they're looking really good. Here in this second row, we have some spinach. That's what's on this side right here. And this spinach was actually started before this one. This is spinach as well. But this one, these first two have a few weeks on the other ones. And then we also have some broccoli starts. And it goes all the way down till about the middle of the row. We have broccoli and spinach on either side. And they're still just little babies. But before you know it, in these future garden tours, we're going to see big mature plants. And they stop right here at the red solo cup. That was our marker so that we know where we stopped planting it. So now onto the rustic garden bed, where sadly our broccoli has died in this first row, but that's okay. We still have this bok choy here, and actually I see one broccoli still kicking, so maybe we'll still get broccoli out of this bed. But look at the turnips. They have grown since the last time we looked at them. These are definitely bigger than last time. It's amazing to see the growth. And this one's just starting. I think this is our biggest one. It just looks so pretty. And you can see the other rows coming in, and even a couple in that back row. There's one there and one all the way down there. So we've decided not to finish out planting the rest of the rustic bed, because we've decided that we're going to turn the area of the rustic bed and a little bit in front of it where I'm standing into a greenhouse. And as we build the greenhouse, we'll show you guys the progress as we get it going. We don't have it started just yet. We're still gathering our materials and working out our plan of exactly how we're going to do it. So you guys will see that in the next coming months. The pineapple guava is still looking great. It's overwintering well. The lemon balm is still looking great. Overall, still has a great smell to it. Still plenty to harvest. And we're actually going to be transplanting this into another bed that my husband just built that I'll show you in the side garden in just a few minutes. So here is a cabbage. Still has some growing to do, but it's looking pretty great. And right next to it is another cabbage. Looks a little bit larger. And next to that we have a collard, and then we have a Brussels sprout. Let me get in there and see if you can see. There you go. There's the Brussels sprouts. And they're even, I don't know if you can see that, they're developing new ones as it grows. So that's very exciting. And then further in the bed, wow, our volunteer, which has been getting munched on, is still here, and it's got a new leaf coming out. So that is exciting. This volunteer is not looking so hot, but you know what? It's still there, so it's still got a fighting chance. I'm gonna keep tending to it and trying to keep these pests off of it. And I need to apply some more neem oil, maybe it looks like, and hopefully it will keep on going. Next in this bed we have the smaller Brussels sprout, which is actually looking like it's got some growth to it here in the top. And its Brussels sprouts are a little bit smaller than its friend over in this bed. But it looks like it is getting new ones. So it's still growing, so there's still time for it to have a pretty good harvest on it. So now I'll show you what I forgot to show you the last time, which is our apple tree. It is pruned back right now, but it is a golden delicious apple tree. And next to the apple tree, we have an apple branch that my husband air layered and started another apple tree, and then also a pecan that he air layered and got another pecan tree out of. We have a pecan tree in our front yard. So now if we walk over to these other beds, this is our new bed where I'm thinking of planting our lemon balm and just letting it spread out and take over the whole bed. So we just have a big, nice, lush bush of lemon balm. And here in the double beds, we have another cabbage looking really great. And then we have a few peas. These just haven't quite taken off as much as the other ones. But they're still, as you can see, they're still giving us some peas. So that's great. I might just save those for seeds instead of trying to harvest them. And then here's our other trellis, which is just completely covered. So this is covered in sweet peas. I can't remember the variety, and I just harvested some a few days ago, and there's still more babies coming. So it is just doing great. It's given us lots of sweet peas, and it's just so beautiful to look at. And underneath we have another cabbage. All of these cabbages are looking really good. And on the other side of the double beds, we have our large collard, which I've harvested some off of, but it's still pretty large. And then here are our babies, our baby collards. We've had a few pests get some of the collards, so we're down to just 3. This is actually another cabbage. Here's another little baby collard. Now we'll take a look at our mint. As you can tell, it started as just this little bundle right here, but it's actually sending out little shoots all over, which is so exciting. I'm hoping that this whole area just gets taken over by the mint. And further down here, this is just so lush and green with the mix of the mint and the clovers. But if you get close, you can tell what's what. The mint is actually doing well with the clover, because the clover provides good ground cover, keeping the mint nice and moist. Look how large it's getting. And it smells so good. Still got some growing to do, but it's looking great. And another little small patch right here next to it, just growing away. And then I want to show you some bulbs. I can't remember exactly what they're called. I'll have to look it up, but I thought this was so exciting. Look at all those bulbs coming back. It's a nice big lovely red flower, and I can't wait for it to bloom. Hopefully we didn't miss the blooming, but look how beautiful and exciting. So many of them. Well, there's even one right there. So that's exciting. I can't wait to show you guys what it looks like in the next coming weeks. But that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. Bye.